You have probably experienced this. The deep silence of the early morning is interrupted by a soft paw touching your face, an insistent meow, or the sound of objects being knocked off the nightstand. It's 4 in the morning. Your first reaction, almost automatic, is to think he's hungry, that it's a whim, or that he simply decided to be inconvenient at the only moment when you should be resting. You get up, put some kibble in the bowl to silence him, and go back to sleep, thinking you solved the problem. But the truth is that by doing this, you ignored one of the deepest requests for connection a feline can make to a human being. Your cat didn't wake you up because his stomach was empty. He woke you up because, in his world, danger and opportunity walk together under the dim light, and he doesn't want to face that without you. To understand what happens in your cat's brain at 4 in the morning, we need to dismantle the myth that they are purely nocturnal animals. Science shows us that cats are, in fact, crepuscular beings. This means their peak of energy, vision, and instinct happens precisely during the 2 transitional moments of the day, dawn and dusk. At that time, their biology screams that the world is waking up and that the territory needs to be checked. When he nudges you while the rest of the world is still asleep, he is not asking for a treat. He is inviting you to the security patrol. In his mind, you are a social group, a survival unit, and leaving the most important member of the group, you, vulnerable and unconscious during the time of highest predatory activity, is something he simply cannot accept. 1. The invitation to shared vigilance. The most common mistake that almost all owners make is interpreting early morning agitation as a request for food. By offering food, you're only creating conditioning where the cat learns that waking you generates a caloric reward, but the emotional need for connection remains unsatisfied. Biologically, what your cat is feeling is the activation of the seeking system. He walks through the corridors, jumps on furniture, and watches you to ensure the territory is free of threats. When he wakes you, he is trying to activate your state of alertness. He wants you to be conscious so that together you can confirm that the house is safe. A study on feline social behavior suggests that cats living in colonies often synchronize their periods of vigilance. By calling you, he is trying to synchronize his biological clock with yours, recognizing you not as an owner, but as a guard partner. 2. The illusion of the night hunt. Another point many ignore is the late-night zoomies, that frantic run down the hallway. Many owners try to suppress this behavior or punish the cat with a sharp no. But what is happening there is a discharge of cortisol and adrenaline linked to the ambush instinct. The cat feels he needs to burn energy to be ready for defense. Instead of trying to silence him with food, the secret is to validate the instinct. If you're learning to read the silent signals your cat sends and want to understand how his mind truly works in order to build a friendship that goes beyond the basics, take this moment to subscribe and like. Here, we dive into what science and intuition say about these fascinating beings, helping you become the safe harbor they so deeply seek. By understanding that he sees you as a hunting and protection ally, you stop seeing the 4 a.m. meow as a nuisance and start seeing it as a complement to your importance in his life. The second half of this mystery involves what happens right after your cat gets your attention. Have you noticed that often, after you get up and walk to the kitchen, he doesn't even touch the food? He simply walks around, rubs against your legs, and returns to the bedroom with you. This happens because the real goal was group movement. In feline psychology, movement is life. By making you get up, he confirmed that you are healthy, alert, and capable of reacting to any stimulus in the environment. He checked you the same way he checks a window or a door. 3. Friction marking and the group scent. The third essential point is what we call allo rubbing. When your cat wakes you and begins to rub vigorously against your legs or your face, He is performing a chemical transfer of security. He is depositing pheromones from the temporal and perioral glands onto you to reaffirm that you are part of his safe territory. The mistake here is pushing the cat away because you are sleepy or irritated. By doing that, you break the bond reaffirmation ritual. The technical solution is to allow him to complete the marking cycle. Let him press his head against your chin or your hand. This gesture, although it seems simple, drastically reduces the cat's stress and makes him feel satisfied enough to finally relax and sleep for the rest of the morning. You are telling him, in the chemical language of felines, "I received your message, we are safe, I am yours and you are mine." 4. The myth of boredom and the need for height. Often, the cat wakes you because the nighttime environment of the house has become too static and predictable. He needs a stimulus that confirms the structure of the territory. Most owners try to solve this by buying expensive toys that end up lying on the floor. However, what the cat seeks during crepuscular hours is vertical exploration. He wants to observe the world from above, where he feels like a dominant predator rather than a vulnerable prey. If he wakes you, try to observe where he looks. Usually, he is indicating a space he wants to access or a change in the environment that made him uncomfortable. The secret adjustment is not playing chase, but offering him an observation post he can use without needing to call you. 5. The power of silent coexistence. Now we reach the most important point. The one I mentioned would be the simplest and at the same time, most transformative for your relationship. There is a practice I call the passive presence ritual. If your cat wakes you in the middle of the night, before thinking about food or play, simply try this. Sit on the edge of the bed or on the floor for exactly 2 minutes. Do not say anything. Do not try to pick him up. Just breathe deeply and be there, at the same level as him. Feel the weight of his presence in the room. By lowering your guard and simply existing in his space during patrol time without any agenda, you are offering the highest level of respect a feline knows. You are demonstrating that you trust him to watch over the environment while you simply observe. Often, after these 2 minutes of shared silence, the cat will let out a long sigh, give a slow blink, and lie down to sleep deeply. He did not need food. He needed to know that in the silence of the night, he is not patrolling the world alone. That is the secret to transforming the frustration of 4 in the morning into the moment of greatest loyalty between you. Being small with him is what makes you giant in his eyes. Being present without asking for anything in return is how you truly become his home. If you stopped what you were doing to understand what happens in your cat's mind at 4 in the morning, you are no ordinary owner. You are part of the group that chose not just to coexist, but to truly decipher these mysterious beings. If you want to continue discovering these biological secrets that no one tells you, click the subscribe button and leave your like. That way, YouTube understands that you deserve to receive more content that transforms your relationship with your cat.